Someone asked about renting out their house that barely cash flows. Is this a good idea? They mentioned that once their PMI is removed, the property will start cash flowing. And they're gaining about $4,000 to $6,000 per year through principal paydown and appreciation. It's impressive that they were able to get into a property with zero out-of-pocket expenses, which is actually very similar to experience that I had with the state grant for my first home that I purchased. However, if you're barely cash flowing on a property, I wouldn't necessarily recommend turning it into a rental. However, there are two ways that you can make it work. The first, you can try decreasing your property expenses. If the market has appreciated significantly since you purchased the property, you might be able to request a virtual or desktop appraisal from your lender. With a higher appraisal value, you could potentially remove the PMI from your mortgage payment. I actually recently did this with one of my properties. I paid $130 for a virtual appraisal, and then my $93 a month PMI was removed after the bank accepted my new appraisal. So for reference, I bought the property for $219,000 in April of 2020, and it appraised for $335,000 in April of 2023. The second option that you have is to increase your rental income. One way to do this is by converting your property into an Airbnb. If you're in a desirable location for short-term rentals, you can earn higher income on a per night basis. However, of course, managing Airbnbs require more hands-on work and property maintenance. Another option is to rent out the property by bedroom. This is a strategy that I personally use in two of my rentals that I have, and it can significantly increase your rental income. So for example, I have a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house that we have as a rental, and if I were to rent that out in a traditional way to a family, we would receive about $2,000 per month. But by renting out each bedroom individually, we gross $3,275 per month. Of course, there is a catch. Renting out by the bedrooms requires more management and potentially more work. You have to find individual tenants for each bedroom, handle leases, and manage any issues that arise, of course. However, the increased rental income can make it worth it, absolutely. So ultimately, it's important to carefully consider your options and evaluate the potential cash flow and return on investment. If the property is barely cash flowing, you might want to explore ways to increase your income and decrease expenses before deciding to rent it out. It's always a good idea to run the numbers and assess the long-term feasibility of the investment. So if you found this information helpful, please let me know by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you have any more questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'm here to help.